Dave, after much consideration and a very robust recruitment process, the club have appointed Stephen Aiken as the first team manager. What strengths do you think that Stephen and his coaching team will bring, and what are the club's ambitions for the season to come?
Yes, you're right there. It was a long process. We made best use of the time, to be fair. We've got a very, very strong management team in now, and the experience that Stephen, Chris and Ian has had in the top leagues will certainly come forward for us. They are a very strong team together, and as far as our ambitions are concerned, primarily we want to be competing again in the Lowland League, trying to win the Lowland League and get into the playoffs.
So after much debate, bickering and negative coverage within Scottish football in the last month or so, are you confident that a strong case continues to be made for the promotion to the SPFL of ambitious and well-managed non-league clubs?
Yes, it's not been ideal the last few months certainly, but from an East Kilbride point of view, we're still very, very in the frame of being ready to go whenever the green light's given to get back to things in the league. We've got a very, very strong team off the park at the moment. I'm sure we'll end up with a strong team on the park and get back to becoming competitive within the league.
With so much uncertainty within football at all levels at the moment in terms of constructions of leagues, general financial issues, etc., how ready at this moment are East Kilbride to make the step up to the SPFL?
We are exceptionally ready at the minute. We're very fortunate. We've got a new sponsor coming into the club, Rare Whisky, which will provide additional funds. We're already talking with the management team. They've already started on the playing side, and certainly from an experience point of view, we've been there before. We've managed to win the league twice. We've played in the playoffs twice now, so we're very ready to go back. We know what it's going to take to get back into this and be competitive. So off the park, on the park, we're very, very ready to go for this.
And do you think in terms of demonstrating merit, having won the Lowland League twice, we should be in a position, should there ever be any changes, to be kind of at the front of the queue demonstrating merit?
I think that's a very fair point. The whole COVID situation at the minute, nobody wants to see football clubs go to the wall, but there are people who are in the game and been in the game longer than me. Well, that's not probably true, but anyway, they've been in the game a long while, who are saying that a lot of clubs might not make it through. East Kilbride, we're in a fortunate position. We've got an excellent facility here at K Park. I've already mentioned the new sponsor, Rare, plus we've got other long-term sponsors. We've got the new management team. We're moving on with the stadium plans that I'll talk about later. So we feel we're in a very, very strong position. Should the opportunity come, we're absolutely ready to move up. Hopefully on merit if possible, but if it becomes through application, then that's how we joined the Lowland League. So if that's the way it's got to be, we'll be ready for that too.
In terms of the new stadium, Dave, tell us a little bit more about the detail. It's been in the planning for a little while. It's in terms of being signed off at planning stages, etc. Can you give us a little bit more information as to where we would be with that?
Yes, at long last, and this is an exclusive for EKTV, this stadium will be going ahead. We've got the final plans all passed and approved. The funding's been in place for a long time. Really it's now a case of timing's not great, as we know. There's still a lot of things to get back into place in terms of building and get back to work. But where we're at the minute, we hope to get a start on it as soon as we get back to some sort of normality, and we can get the resources, the materials, the people, all the practical things. But this stadium is definitely going ahead now. And
that's the community trust, obviously, building the stadium in terms of the work that they do complementing the football club in terms of their ambitions for the town, and also we have ambitions for the football club. Do they marry up?
Yes, this is another good fit here, because all along the East Kilbride Community Trust and the club have worked hand in hand, and with the stadium being built with and for the Community Trust, and it's obviously for more than just EKFC, the plans are fantastic. There's capacity for other sports, for other uses of the stadium. So we'll continue to work hand in glove with the Community Trust, and we'll provide this stadium, because as everyone knows, East Kilbride's a big place. There are about 80,000 people in East Kilbride, a lot of them very young. So the need for sports facilities, community facilities is long standing. So we're ready to go with the Community Trust to get this built and make it used for the trust.
You mentioned earlier about the new sponsor, Rare Whisky, for the new season. How pleased are you with that deal at a time where forging commercial partnerships is difficult, and the fact that it's another local company?
Yes, the fact it's local, that's something we've tried to strive for all the way through. We're a club that it belongs to this town. We've got a lot of people involved with the club, not just players, staff and supporters obviously, committee, and we're very, very happy to have it's an up and coming brand, and that again is another good fit for this club. I'm sure we can make use of the rare whisky, we can make use of the sponsorship obviously, but also in terms of PR and getting their name out there and getting our name out there, great for both.
So thinking about getting back to playing now, how soon can the UK support and the town expect to see the new manager and his team in action in terms of a league starting, and when would the club maybe be in a position to start looking at season tickets for supporters, etc.?
Well, again, the timing of that question is particularly good. Just today Ian Maxwell sent out a circular to all clubs, and it's basically, and I know they've been terribly busy with the top flight, but it's the very first time that there's been an acknowledgement that this whole thing has hit football across the board, and Ian has said that the SFA are committed to getting football at all levels back to some form of normality when it's safe to do so. The answer to the when is obviously the $1,000 question. My own feeling is if the top leagues, not only in this country but elsewhere, if they can get through their restart programmes without any problems, I think we might get back. My own guess would be maybe in about October time, but the other side of it, if there are any problems with any of these big leagues, that could knock it back. But it's not going to be any time immediate, but we will get back, we will definitely get back.